Today is a team of the fastest players in the NFL versus a team of the strongest players in the NFL. I put the fastest team on the Miami Dolphins, and their roster will include players with the highest speed rating at each position. As for the strongest team, they will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and their roster will include players with the highest strength rating at each position. Both teams will compete in a collection of challenges and mini-games, practice mode, franchise mode, and a head-to-head matchup to decide the winner. Starting with the fastest quarterback in the NFL, Lamar Jackson leads the way with his 95 speed. It also helps that he's the second highest rated QB in Madden 25. And backing him up is Justin Fields, who comes in at 93 speed. Moving on to the running back position, we have Devon Achane, who is lightning fast with his 96 speed at just 22 years old. And backing him up is Raheem Mostert and Jahmyr Gibbs. The fastest fullback in the NFL right now is Reggie Gilliam with his 87 speed. As for the fastest wide receivers in the NFL, Tyreek Hill leads the way with his 99 speed. He is the only player in Madden 25 with 99 speed, and he shows off on the field so often. Joining him at receiver will be Jameson Williams, Xavier Worthy, and Jalen Waddle. I don't even know how anyone can keep up with these four wide receivers. The tight end position includes 91 speed Kyle Pitts and 90 speed Brock Bowers. And to close out the offense for the fastest team, Tristan Wirfs, Ezra Cleveland, Tyler Linderbaum, Chris Listrom, and Travis Clayton will be protecting Lamar Jackson under center. And then on defense, the fastest cornerback in the NFL is Tariq Woolen of the Seahawks, who comes in at 97 speed. Joining him at corner is DJ Turner, Nate Wiggins, and Jacorian Bennett. As for the linebacker position, Micah Parsons leads the way with his 91 speed, and he's also a true 98 rated. Filling out the rest of the linebackers, the fastest team has Devin Bush, Trenton Simpson, Hayden Wilson, Byron Young, and Amari Barno. Moving on to the fastest safeties, Andre Sisco and Nick Cross will be the free safeties, with Ashton Davis and Marquise Bell as strong safety. Moving on to the defensive line, Robert Beal Jr. is the fastest left end in the NFL, but he's only a 63 rated. But luckily, the second fastest left end is Montez Sweat, who will join him, along with Adebawore, Ed Oliver, Sam Williams, and Josh Hines Allen. Now, for the strongest quarterback in the NFL right now, we have Josh Allen, coming in at 80 strength. Backing him up is Jalen Hurts, who comes in at 76 strength. Seems a little low in my opinion, since he was squatting over 600 pounds in college. Moving on to running back, Derrick Henry has the highest strength rating, and joining him will be Nick Chubb and Dameon Pierce. Yeah, good luck bringing these guys down. The strongest fullback in the NFL is none other than Patrick Ricard, who's 305 pounds. As for the strongest wide receivers, Deebo Samuel leads the way with his 80 strength, and joining him will be AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, and Mike Evans. As for tight ends, George Kittle and Taysom Hill both have 82 strength. Closing out the offense is the strongest offensive line in Trent Williams, Tyler Smith, Frank Ragnow, Zach Martin, and Penei Sewell. Moving on to the defensive side of the ball, Vita Vea is the strongest player in the entire NFL, coming in at 347 pounds and 98 strength. Joining him at defensive tackle is Chris Jones. As for the rest of the defensive line, the strongest team has Nnamdi Madubuike, Nick Bosa, Jeffrey Simmons, and Myles Garrett. I would hate to try and block these dudes from getting after the quarterback. Moving on to the linebackers, Bradley Chubb leads everyone with 91 strength. Joining him will be Khalil Mack, Jawan Bentley, Demario Davis, Tuli Tuipulotu, and Joey Bosa. As for the cornerbacks with the highest strength rating, Trey White, Marlon Humphrey, Rasul Douglas, and Marshawn Lattimore will join the team. And finally, moving on to the safeties, Derwin James and Jamal Adams will be the strong safeties, while Malik Hooker and Kevin Byard will be the free safeties on the team. The strongest team definitely has the overall advantage, but I think the fastest team can definitely surprise them. Let's start with the passing skeleton minigame as a first challenge, and whichever team finishes with the most points will win this challenge. Lamar Jackson and Team Speed will start first, and Tyreek Hill was able to use his speed to get open and make the catch. On the very next play, Lamar waits and throws the ball to the end zone, where Jameson Williams makes a diving catch for the touchdown. Lamar and Team Speed were making some great progress, and with 35 seconds left, he hits Williams once again to bring the multiplier up to 6. Tyreek Hill then completely got away from his defender to pick up a big gain. After scoring once again, the time was almost up, but Lamar makes his first bad read as the defender swats the ball away. They end up with 8,267 points. Josh Allen and Team Strength are up next, and he starts it off by trying to connect with DK Metcalf, but Tariq Woolen makes an incredible diving play on the ball. Luckily for Team Strength, Allen started finding his groove, connecting with AJ Brown for their first touchdown. And with just under 30 seconds to go, he throws a dangerous pass, but AJ Brown hangs on to it. On the very next play, Dameon Pierce makes a nice catch from the backfield, bringing the multiplier up to 8. With just 12 seconds left, Allen goes right back to Pierce, and the score is now up to 7,200. Unfortunately, on the very next play, Pierce makes the catch, but is knocked out just in time, ending the multiplier. And even though they ended up scoring, they only managed to put up 7,373 points, which was not good enough, and Team Speed ended up winning the first challenge of the competition. The next challenge is a punt return. Team Strength will start first this time, and Deebo Samuel receives a punt and goes straight up the middle and picks up a solid 10 yards. On the very next attempt, he goes to the right side and tries to truck stick, but is stopped after picking up 8 yards. On his third and final attempt, the blocking breaks down pretty quick, only picking up 7 yards for a total of 25 yards so far. Derrick Henry is up next for Team Strength, and he starts to go up the middle, breaks one tackle, and has so much open space in front of him. He ends up picking up 32 yards. Team Speed could just not bring him down. Down to their last attempt, the blocking breaks down, and there are 2 defenders there to bring him down, picking up 5 yards for a grand total of 62 yards, which is going to be really tough to beat. Tyreek Hill's up first for Team Speed, and I would have to assume that they have the advantage in this challenge, but on his first attempt, there is absolutely no blocking, only picking up 2 yards. On his second attempt, he tries to go up the middle, but can only pick up 7 yards. And on Tyreek's last attempt, he managed to break off one tackle, but is immediately met by another defender, only picking up 4 yards for a total of 13 yards so far. This is not looking good, and on Xavier Worthy's first attempt, he manages to find some space, going up the middle for 11 yards. They need a big gain on their last attempt, and he goes out to the right, but is tackled after picking up just 9 yards for a grand total of 33 yards. Team Strength ended up winning the Punt Return challenge, and this competition is all tied up. Next up is the goal line phase challenge, where 3 receivers on both teams go one-on-one with the opposing team's best corner. Team Speed will start first, and on their first attempt, Lamar throws a perfect ball to the back of the end zone, where Tyreek somehow makes an incredible one-handed catch. There's just no way that happened. On attempt 2, Tyreek Hill gets a perfect jump off the line and cooks Lattimore for another touchdown. Jalen Waddle is up next for Team Speed, and he has a step on Lattimore, but Lamar just overthrows him. On his second attempt, Waddle brings Lattimore out to the left before cutting to the right to make a great catch for the touchdown. Jameson Williams is the last receiver for Team Speed, and on their next attempt, he cannot get out ahead, and Lattimore knocks the ball away. On Team Speed's last attempt, he tries to fake out Lattimore, but the ball is thrown a little too far in front of him and he cannot catch up to it. Team Speed ended up finishing with 3 touchdowns on 6 attempts. Josh Allen and Team Strength are up next, and on their first attempt, he throws one up to Deebo Samuel, who just barely beats Tariq Woolen for the touchdown. That ball was placed perfectly. On his second attempt, Deebo could not find any separation, and the ball is thrown incomplete. AJ Brown is the next receiver up, and on attempt 3, he is completely locked up. Let's see if he can get a touchdown on attempt 4, but Woolen is right there. DK Metcalf needs 2 touchdowns to tie this challenge up, and on attempt 5, he makes an incredible grab over Woolen for the touchdown. Last attempt for Team Strength, and Metcalf beats him off the line, but Woolen uses his speed and height to knock the ball out. Team Speed end up hanging on and win the goal line phase challenge. Next up, we have the franchise challenge. Whichever team makes it the furthest in the season will win this challenge. And after simming the entire season, Team Strength end up finishing with a 15-2 record, while Team Speed finished with a 12-5 record. Unfortunately for the fastest team, they do not get a first-round bye since the Chiefs managed to win 16 games. Whoever makes it the furthest in the playoffs will win this challenge. Both Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen had really solid seasons, but it was Josh Allen who had 51 touchdown passes. Nick Chubb led the entire NFL with 1,600 rushing yards, but it was Tyreek Hill who was the best receiver from both teams with 1,300 receiving yards. And well, Nick Bosa had a record-breaking season with 33 sacks. I guess it helps when you have Myles Garrett next to you. Coming right to the Super Bowl to see if both teams make it. And no, the fastest team was eliminated by the Broncos in the wild card game. The strongest team ended up winning the Super Bowl over the Texans, so that means they win the franchise challenge, and the competition is all tied at 2. The tiebreaker challenge is a head-to-head matchup where we have Lamar Jackson leading Team Speed, going up against Josh Allen and Team Strength. On Team Speed's opening drive, Lamar Jackson was able to find Kyle Pitts in the flats to pick up a nice gain. On the very next play, he goes to Tyreek Hill underneath, who manages to juke out one defender and pick up 12 yards. On second down, Lamar steps back in the pocket and tries to connect with Jalen Waddle, but Derwin is there to intercept the pass. But Josh Allen could not make Team Speed pay as he ends up throwing an interception of his own to DJ Turner. This time, Lamar hands off to Devin Achane, and he takes it 21 yards. In the red zone, Lamar hands off to Raheem Mostert, who punches in for 6. Josh Allen then connects with AJ Brown over the middle, and he has plenty of space, taking it all the way down to the 1-yard line. After Derrick Henry was stopped for a 6-yard loss, Team Strength were forced to kick 3 to cut the lead to 4. The rest of the first half was great for Team Speed as rookie Brock Bowers was able to get in the end zone. But Team Strength were not going away as Josh Allen finds DK Metcalf over the middle for a touchdown to give Team Strength the lead. After Lamar threw another interception, Team Strength kicked a field goal to take a 6-point lead heading into halftime. After Deebo Samuel scored for Team Strength, Lamar and the rest of Team Speed find themselves trailing by 14 points. In the fourth quarter, Trey Way was able to knock the pass out, and Team Speed had to settle for 3. But Team Strength came right down the field, and Derrick Henry rushed right up the middle for a touchdown. Although Team Speed managed to score a touchdown, it was not enough, and Team Strength ended up winning the head-to-head challenge, and more importantly, win the entire competition. If you enjoyed this video, YouTube thinks you'll enjoy this one. I would definitely go check it out.